Welcome to Gaming on a Budget. Today we bring you Eldritch Horror from Fantasy Flight Games. A self-professed adventure game, or as they describe it, a board game of global mystery, though there's not going to be a lot of Sherlock Holmesing or anything going on here. Basically, what this breaks down to is a game in the style of something like, say, Pandemic or Agents of Smersh, where you will move your little dudes around the map, finding clues and, exploring and generally trying to prevent the awakening of a horrible, horrible elder being, in this case, Yogg Sothoth. Sothoth, yes. Okay. Now, normally we do a little bit of rules coverage and such in the intro, but this time around, most of it I think we're just going to do in the gameplay segment, as it comes up and such. The one thing I will mention real quick so it doesn't bog down gameplay, where is it? The actions we can choose from. As you can see there, happy little list. If you want to pause at this point and read some of that, go for it. But the gist of it is, travel will let us move along one of the connecting lines at our location. Rest will let us regain a hit point and a sanity, and in some cases deal with some effects that we may have acquired, generally bad. Then there's trade, which lets us give and receive items from another player in the same space. Prepare for travel, which will let us take one of the tickets, a sea ticket or a rail ticket. Essentially what that does is, when you move, it lets you take a second move along a connection of that type. So this would be a rail right here, and something going across the ocean, usually with the little anchor, or not anchor, the steering wheel thingy.
The steering wheel bits are just a spot you can stop
Yeah, it's
at.
a stop. Usually that's where the lines will be going when you're doing a sea travel.
You're right.
But just as long as it's going over water. I guess that's the white lines usually, I believe. Anyway, then there's acquire assets, which will let you roll to see if you can get some of the available cards from the reserves. A success will equal a point, so say 2 successes could get you that, 1 for that. And then there's the ever-present bank loan, which will let you take debt in exchange for successes. And finally, there is component actions, as they call it, which is interacting with things on the board, component-based. Not always on the board, sometimes on your character sheet, or stuff like that. Abilities you have from items, or, whatever. So, that's about all you should need to know in advance. This is, I believe, 1 to 8 players, so you can get a whole lot of people into this. This is 8, right? Yep,
yeah.
8. A whole lot of people into this if you want, though, may bog down a bit with 8. Yeah, camera wipes make a horrible face. So, there you go. But yeah, that's probably about enough intro right there, so let's get on over to gameplay. Dish wants me to point for buttons. I don't know why. You'll see them. They'll be somewhere.